Thank you for tuning in and welcome to Aaron Painting. Alex Belnavis, sorry if I butchered your name, asked about how I paint plasma guns, and that is actually really simple. I did cover it briefly, I think, in my Scout Kill Team video, but that was as part of a longer video where I was doing a lot of stuff. So first of all, I have 3 ways that I like to go about painting plasma. The original one that I started with, I dry brushed the coils, which is really fast, really easy. But for some reason I couldn't find any of the models where I've done that. The second way I do it is like on this guy, where I simply layer it. It is also really fast, really easy, and while it doesn't have that wow pow glue effect going for it, on the tabletop it really doesn't matter that much. But this is simply me painting 3 colors in layers, basically drawing in stripes. I think one of the great things about plasma weapons is the way the coil is sculpted makes the eye want to see it as a glowing object, which obviously helps a lot. These are the ones from the video where Alex left his comment, and they're obviously, not obviously, but they're airbrushed. And what all 3 designs have in common is I've always used the same colors for my plasma. Which also means that on the tabletop, even though I use different methods, once the game is going, you see it and you're going like, oh, that's a plasma weapon. This is my favorite way of doing it, mainly because I think airbrushing is fun. So let's have a look at this one. The colors I use when I paint plasma is the same I use when I paint power swords. And these are all loyalist versions. Obviously, for chaos I use red, orange, and yellow colors instead. But my base color is deep ocean, and I paint this in by brush, just to cover the entire area. And this is just to give the other colors something to build up from. Sorry. Then I go in with marine teal very carefully, again to establish the glow, and after that surf aqua to give that nice plasma blue color, and finally I use some pure white. And in between I often just mix surf aqua into the marine teal and then some pure white in to get it to approximately surf aqua, and then use a clean airbrush when I'm adding the white. So here we have a plasma incinerator. How cool would that be if it had actually been centered? And as said, the first thing I'm gonna do is layer it with deep ocean. Oh, and all these colors I'm using are from Reaper Master Series. They're a great line, even if they can be kind of hard to find in some areas. But any painting company have a scale just like it. It's basically just 3 tones of teal and a white. You could go with blues instead, of course. I use, as said, reds and orange when I do trader, power weapons and such. Next, the marine teal in the airbrush, and the key thing here is to be really sure that the paint has the right consistency. You wanna test and test and test again to make sure that the tip is clean, that you don't get any splatter, that the paint is not so thin that it'll run away from your area, and not so thick that it just look solid. So take your time. Don't thin too much, don't thin too little. When you're doing whole units with plasma guns, as we do now in 8th edition, you'll get a hang of it pretty quickly. I'm using almost no thinner in this, and I'm spraying at 30 psi. And then I like to angle the gun, so I shoot most of the paint by it until I'm sure what I'm doing. So, and I don't worry too much about cleaning the airbrush at this stage. I just empty out the most of the leftover paint and add the Surf Aqua. So now I introduce some white to the mix. This time I generally also thin it down a bit more than I have up until now. Quickly clean the airbrush just with a bit of water. No fancy stuff there. And then come back in with a bit of pure white. And there's probably still a bit of blue pigment in the airbrush after a quick water cleaning, but that's okay. So that's a quick and easy way to paint a plasma coil. If you don't like the overspray, or if you just want the overspray to stay away from metallic areas or some such, there is no shame in going back in afterwards with the brush and fix up that. Most of the time I think it looks pretty cool though. To illustrate a point, I have a little bit of gunmetal here, just to fix up some of this. Khador red base, just to reinforce the red down here. And remember, these paints dry more transparent than they seem when you apply them, so it will appear smoother once the paint has settled. Yeah, Alex, I hope that was what you were looking for. If not, let me know. If it was just the red gun casing, that is Khador red base and Khador red highlight, and Vallejo gunmetal and Vallejo chainmail silver. But that's it for now. Thank you for watching. Please remember to subscribe before you leave. It makes me really happy, and it ensures that you don't miss relevant stuff that might come up on this channel. I upload around 4+ videos a week. And let me know below if there is something you would like to see in a future episode. And other than that, there's not much else to say than take care and bye bye.